Something feels different in Houston right now. You can sense it in the air at NRG Stadium. We are building a powerhouse, a roster designed for a deep Super Bowl run. But there is a missing piece, a shadow from our past that might just be ready to step back into the light. Before we dive into this bombshell, hit that like button and subscribe if you are a real Texans fan. We are the faithful, and our time is coming. Reports are surfacing about a massive reunion that could change our defensive rotation forever. Is it finally happening now? The news just broke, and it has the entire city talking, because this isn't just any veteran signing. We are talking about the man who was once the face of our future. According to Mike Garafolo of NFL Network, Jadeveon Clowney has officially changed agents, hiring Andy Ross. Now that might sound like standard business, but here is where the tension builds. Garafolo is reporting that several of Clowney's former teams are already showing significant interest in bringing him back. Now think about that for a second. Clowney has played for a lot of franchises, but his story started right here in Houston as the #1 overall pick back in 2014. It has been 12 years since that draft, and honestly, the thought of him returning feels like a movie script. But this isn't about nostalgia, it is about the cold, hard reality of our current roster. We look at our defensive line and we see the stars. We see Will Anderson Jr. and we see Danielle Hunter. That is an elite duo that combined for over 30 sacks last season. It is terrifying for opposing quarterbacks. However, there is a hidden concern that many fans are starting to realize. Behind those two superstars, our depth took a massive hit this offseason. We lost veterans like Danico Autry and Derek Barnett, guys who provided that crucial rotation. We went through all 7 rounds of the draft and 8 total picks without truly replacing that veteran edge presence. This is where it gets interesting. The Texans are in a window where every single snap matters. You cannot expect Anderson and Hunter to play every single down without wearing out by December. We need someone who knows the pressure of this building and can step in immediately. Clowney is currently a free agent sitting there after the draft, and the buzz is getting louder. Some people are saying a reunion is the logical next step for Nick Caserio. It feels like the front office is waiting for the right moment to strike. We are seeing a team that is no longer satisfied with just being competitive. We are a team that is hunting for greatness in every single roster spot available. If the Texans are indeed one of those former teams Garafolo mentioned, the entire landscape of our AFC South dominance could shift. This move could be the final insurance policy for a championship defense. But let's look deeper into why this move carries so much emotional weight and potential risk. Bringing back a former #1 pick who left under different circumstances is always a gamble for team chemistry. Clowney is 33 years old now. He isn't the young, explosive freak of nature that we drafted out of South Carolina. He is a different player, a more calculated veteran. And that is exactly where the concern lies for some fans. Can he still contribute at a high level, or would this just be a name-only signing? The pressure in Houston has never been higher than it is right now with CJ Stroud leading the way. We cannot afford any mistakes in roster construction. If we bring Clowney back, it's because DeMeco Ryans sees a specific role for him. But here is the thing. We have to consider the roster impact on the younger guys we are trying to develop. However, when you look at the defensive depth chart, the lack of proven production behind our starters is glaring. Last season, our depth was our greatest strength. We could rotate bodies and keep everyone fresh. Without that, we risk burning out our best players before the playoffs even begin. That is a terrifying thought for a team with Super Bowl aspirations. The implications of not signing a veteran like Clowney could be even riskier than bringing him in. If Anderson or Hunter misses even a couple of games, who steps up? The uncertainty is what's creating this tension. There is a feeling that something is missing, a veteran presence who can handle the big stage. Clowney has seen it all. He has played for 7 different franchises. He knows how to adapt. But is he willing to be a rotational piece behind the new generation? That is the biggest question hanging over this potential deal. Reports suggest that he has been talking numbers with teams recently, which means a decision is coming soon. The Texans front office is known for being methodical, but the clock is ticking as we move toward training camp. Every day he stays on the market, the speculation grows. It feels like we are on the verge of a homecoming that no one saw coming a year ago, but everyone realizes we might actually need. It is about finding the perfect balance between the energy of the youth and the wisdom of the veterans who have seen it all. Now, this is where things change and the narrative gets really intense. We have to look at what Clowney did last year, because it completely flips the script on the washed-up narrative. Playing for the Dallas Cowboys last season, Clowney actually had one of his most productive years in recent memory. He played 13 games and put up 8.5 sacks. That wasn't as a primary starter. That was largely as a rotational pass rusher. His PFF pass rush grade was actually the second best of his entire career. Think about that. At 33 years old, he is playing some of his most efficient football. And that is the biggest question for us. Could he replicate that in D'Amico's system? Imagine a third down situation where you have Danielle Hunter on one side, Will Anderson on the other, and Jadeveon Clowney coming up the middle or sliding inside. It's a nightmare scenario for any offensive coordinator in the league. But this is where the emotional looping starts. We've seen this story before. We've seen high-profile veterans come in and struggle to find their place. But this feels different because it's a return to the roots. It would be a full-circle moment for a player whose career started with so much hype in this city. This could become something much bigger than just a depth signing. It could be the redemption arc that solidifies our defensive identity. The fan base is split. Some remember the frustrations of the past, while others see a savvy veteran who can help us win a ring. But you cannot ignore the statistics. 12 tackles for loss and 41 combined tackles last year prove he still has the motor. He is a serviceable veteran who fills the exact hole we have. The tension comes from the fact that we haven't made the move yet. Why the wait? Is Nick Caserio looking for a specific price point, or is there another team in the mix that we don't know about? The uncertainty is driving the conversation in every sports bar in Houston. This isn't just about a backup defensive end. This is about the philosophy of this team. Are we going all in? Are we willing to bring back a piece of our history to secure our future? The next few weeks are critical. We are waiting for that headline to pop up on our phones that confirms the return of the prodigal son. I'm going to be honest with you all, this actually worries me and excites me at the same time. As a fan who has watched this team through the lean years and the highs, I really like this move if the price is right. I think fans should pay attention to how this defense is being built. D'Amico Ryans isn't just looking for talent. He is looking for a specific kind of violence on the edge. Clowney, for all the talk about his career path, has always been an elite run defender and a powerful presence. Imagine him mentoring Will Anderson. That kind of veteran leadership is something you can't buy in the draft. But I'll be real, it worries me if we rely too much on the past. We are a new Texans team now. We have a new culture. Would Clowney fit into the H-Town made mentality that D'Amico has established? I think he would. He has a point to prove. He wants to show that he can be a winner where it all started. I've seen some buzz online saying he might be looking for one last big payday, but at this stage of free agency, it's more about the fit and the chance to win. The Texans offer him both. We are a contender now. We aren't the team he left years ago. We are a team that players actually want to join. That shift in gravity is what makes this so fascinating. If I'm Nick Caserio, I am making that call. I am bringing him in for a visit at least. Because if we don't, and he goes to another AFC contender like the Ravens or the Chiefs, and we see him chasing down CJ Stroud in the playoffs, we are going to regret it. It's a chess match right now. I feel like the silence from the organization is tactical. They are watching the market, waiting for the right moment. But as a fan, the suspense is killing me. We are so close to having a perfect roster. Adding a veteran with his pedigree could be the finishing touch on an already elite defensive front. I want to see him back in the deep steel blue. I want to see if he can finally finish what he started here over a decade ago. It's about more than football. It's about the soul of the franchise. The atmosphere is electric, and the possibility of this reunion has every fan dreaming of glory. The story of the Houston Texans offseason is still being written, and the potential return of Jadeveon Clowney is the chapter no one expected, but everyone is now watching. The front office has a massive decision to make. Do they stick with the youth they have, or do they bring back the former #1 pick to solidify a Super Bowl caliber rotation? The tension is unresolved, and honestly, the next few days could bring the news we've all been waiting for. We are standing on the edge of something special. This team is different. This era is different. And maybe, just maybe, Clowney is the missing piece to finally bring a trophy to Houston. But I want to hear from you, the real fans. Do you think bringing Clowney back is a masterstroke or a mistake? Did we trust the veteran production or keep looking for younger talent? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one. If you love this team and you believe this is our year, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel. We are tracking every move, every rumor, and every update right here. The future of the franchise is unfolding in real time, and you don't want to miss a second of it. Something big is happening in H-Town. Let's see how this plays out. Stay tuned, because the roar at NRG is about to get a lot louder. Go Texans!